Welcome back, guys. We are 3.5 weeks out. Time is absolutely flying. So today I will take you through one of my push sessions. Now the show is edging closer. I will take you through the process and the mindset that I have going into each session, how I am looking to progress or not progress, and what you should potentially be considering when training in a calorie deficit. Now, before we get stuck into today's video, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like the video and comment below to support me, support the algorithm so that the video can get out there and get more views. If I get more views, I can bring out much more content to you guys that hopefully is helpful along on your own bodybuilding journey. Now, all things coaching, consultations, training plans, upper lower templates, push pull legs templates, teammkcoaching.com. Links are in the description below. If you want anything from Trained by JP, guys, code Kuba10, and anything from Hard Body, code Kuba. Now the little advert is over, let's break down today's push day. Exercise number 1 will be a unilateral machine lateral raise. Exercise number 2 will be a low incline prime flat press with adjustable resistance profile, which I will take you through as we go through the sets. Exercise number 3 is a flat machine prime press. Exercise number 4, cable fly. Exercise number 5, lining cuffed cable lateral. Exercise number 6, single arm tricep push down. And then exercise number 7 is going to be my favorite tricep variation, which is a cable skull crusher. I very much recommend you guys having a overhead tricep extension variation within your programming if you are looking to build a bigger tricep. A little bit of an update, 3.5 weeks out. I was 247 pounds yesterday. I did drop down to 245.9 this morning. So the weight is coming down very, very easily. I am still much, much heavier than I was last year, but the look is certainly changing and we are absolutely on track for where we need to be. Condition-wise, I definitely think I'm on track to be ready for around 10 days out. I probably have around 2 weeks of fat loss left, and that is mainly around my glutes. I feel like my back is coming in a little bit more. Yes, there's still more body fat to come off, but grand scheme of things, some of that is water with some of the supplementation, and some of that is going to be gone as I start peaking as well. But as you can see, guys, energy levels are still great. I feel good. I am remaining extremely positive, and I think a lot of it is down to mindset and the perspective I have on this year and how I am approaching my journey in general. And the way I have approached my bodybuilding in the last 2 years has been very, very different. I have come to appreciate the process so much more. And when you appreciate something, you value it more. And that's exactly how I feel. I value what I do. I have found my purpose, I found my passion, and I'm willing to go all in with what I have to do for the time where I can actually do this. And when you have that perspective shift, no matter how tired you feel, fatigue will not beat you. You will always, always do the work. And I am obsessed with progression, obsessed with discipline. And that is what carries me over. Not everyone's going to be motivated, but if you obsess over making progress, and if you obsess over being disciplined, progress is inevitable. And if you apply yourself like this to everything that you do in life, success is simply a byproduct of your day-to-day execution. That's something I very much pride myself in. Guys, let's get stuck into the session. Hope you are enjoying this prep series and the vlogs. I am vlogging very frequently and I am filming with Jay very frequently, so hope you are enjoying the content. Let's get stuck into this push day, guys. And as always, if you need me or anything from the team, Team MK Coaching, you know where to find us. Guys, let's get it. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's intro. Without further ado, guys, we are going to get stuck into the training. At 3.5 weeks out now, you might get some dialogue, you might not. So if I'm a little bit quieter today, I do apologize, but I will try and go over what I can with you. Now, exercise number 1, single arm machine lateral. The reason why I like to perform this exercise single arm unilaterally is because the setup I can get on this exercise working one arm at a time is far more superior in comparison to using both arms. I can adjust my body position, adjust my arm path to not only put myself in a more comfortable position, but a stronger position, allowing me to have better output, safer arm path, better range of motion, more stability, and more power. If I can generate more power within any exercise, it simply means more tension. More tension, more opportunity for growth. Right, downward focus. Right, this is going to my second set now. Stack and a little biscuit. So I have been progressing my lifts consistently now, even at 3.5 weeks out. I attribute this down to smart exercise selection, but also appropriate training volume. If all your variables are nailed with sleep, nutrition, recovery, and you are managing your rate of loss correctly, when you are using supplements, you should not be getting weaker in prep. If you are making mistakes within your process. It's either your lifestyle, your training, or your programming, or your setup in general is just not mapped out correctly. Food for thought, guys. You want to get weak? You get fucking small. We don't do this to get smaller. Mentioned this numerous times now. Whenever you're working unilaterally, make sure you treat every single set separately. So generally, I do take appropriate rest in between each arm. If you do not take appropriate rest in between each arm, and you go into the other arm when you are not fully recovered, you will leave some stimulus on the table. You will not be able to actually give your all-out effort into that set. So take your time, treat every set separately, and get after it. Okay, I write my sessions out before I train in my office on my desk. So sometimes I actually leave my logbook at home. Then I get to the gym and I'm super pissed off. So today is a good day, but rookie error, I left my logbook at home, which is not good. Right guys, exercise number 2 now is going to be low incline prime press. First working set will be split loading mid and top, which is more of an even slash, I would say more biased towards the shortened range. And then the back off set will redistribute the same weight, loading it more on the lengthened, predominantly loading the top peg with some left in the middle. And the goal will be to match the reps for both sets. Same load, but different resistance profile. Now, before I actually go into that exercise, I will do one set on pec deck in setting 2, which is very heavy in the shortened range. It isn't fatiguing, but it just allows me to prime my chest for the work ahead. If I personally do not do that, my tricep will always power through in any press. So this is more specific towards what I need, guys. Most of you watching this probably don't need it, but as always, I like to share the thought process behind my training and give you the reasons why. So potentially it's something you may want to implement in your own training. Food for thought, guys, as always, and write that shit down. Yes, the primal work still is heavy. Nothing is light. We don't do any pump work around here. Pump work does nothing for you. If pump work did something, guys, you could stay at home doing banded workouts and you would get fucking massive. Guess what? Dorian never did any pump work. People think Jay Cutler did pump work. Jay was doing numerous sets with 4 plates on an incline bench for sets of 8 reps. That is not pump work, that is heavy, accurate shit. If you want to get big, you need to move some fucking weight with accuracy, with control, in bodybuilding rep ranges. It's as simple as see people turning up to stage year by year looking pretty much the same. It's not what we do. Reps. Feels 10. Anyway, easy set. Now we can press. Perfect reps. Any biscuits? Every single warm-up is extremely intentional. The warm-ups are not just there to warm your body up, they're not just there for you to build up to your top working weight safely and without excessive fatigue. The warm-ups are there to set your execution and set your exercise setup. So take your time. Don't waste energy, don't do any excessive reps. Take it set by set, take it rep by rep, and make sure you use the warm-ups to set yourself up for the working set. It's so important, guys. Use it as a rehearsal for your main play. The main play is the one that's fucking extremely important. Your warm-up sets don't build muscle. It's the working sets that do. Be mindful of that, guys. Don't waste energy. Use them. Don't abuse them. Write it down. Here we fucking go. That's fucking warm-up set. Just fucking light. It's fucking light. This is what we fucking do. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. All day. All fucking day. Oh. It's gonna go today. Yep. Yep. Now, what is the goal of training in prep? Your main priority in prep is to uphold your lifts to the best of your ability. You have to accept that there might be a slight degree of loss in strength due to stability. However, for most people, if you are accurate with your volume management, with your fatigue management, and with your rate of loss, there should not be a significant loss in strength, both with naturals and assisted guys. With assisted guys, I would argue there should not be any loss in strength until the very latter end of prep. My priority right now is to fight to retain all of my lifts. And because we have been so accurate this prep, I have still been able to take some small progressions, which has been amazing, because for me, training is an extremely special time. So if I can take small progressions at this point in prep, it fuels me so fucking much. And it makes me happy, so it's a win-win, right? And I've got a lovely assistant now as well, so. Fucking day. What fucking day. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. Yes. Yes. 6. Perfect. Fucking yes. So, that is exactly 3 pounds down in body weight since I last did this exercise, and reps matched with the same, if not better, execution. So that is a massive win. Now, second set, I'm going to do 20 in middle, 65 top. Same weight. The goal is to get same reps and match. So the whole purpose of that, guys, is just adjusting resistance profile. A little bit heavy in the stretch in the second set, drops off a little bit more in the shortened range, where you are a little bit more exhausted after this first set. Huge mistake I see people make in contest prep is not actually taking adequate rest periods between sets. The second most people start to get fitter as they lose some body weight and body fat, they start to rush the workouts. If you all of a sudden start shortening your rest periods and you go into the working sets when you are not quite fully ready to go and you are not fully recovered, guess what? You are leaving progress on the table. You will not be able to perform to the best of your ability if you are rushing your sets. Standardize your rest periods, standardize your execution. That way, you have a quantifiable measure of progression, set to set, session by session. Write it down. Game time. All day. Yes. Yes. Fucking on. Fucking on. What is up, guys? Welcome back. If you are looking for coaching or consultations, please visit Team MK Coaching, link in the description below, and see what we can do for you guys. Absolutely no wasted effort or energy. My bulk of my warm-up work is done now. So all I needed now in this exercise is literally just one rep. One rep just to set my execution and prime myself mentally for the work ahead. Now, after this exercise, you will notice I don't actually take any more warm-up sets. I actually go straight to my working sets for all of the following exercises. There is no reason for me to take any warm-up sets. I do the same workouts every week. I have standardized my execution. I have gotten familiar with the exercise setup. I don't need any further warm-up sets or feeder sets. This is why it's extremely important, guys, for you to stick to the same exercises throughout your training block. The more you run an exercise, the better you get it, and the more you get from it. You don't have to be as anal about your rest periods as I am, but for me, it's extremely important I keep control over all variables. That is what keeps me stress-free, when I am in control. And for me, having a timer and timing my rest periods is the most beneficial, because if I personally don't time my rest periods, I would be finished in 45 minutes because I would just go. But that is not productive when I'm trying to perform with all-out effort and try to move as much load with as much accuracy as I physically can. If I was to rush into any of the stats that I've got today, I would not be able to come anywhere near to match the performance that I am getting today. Food for thought, guys, especially this close to the show. So important, so fucking important. The stronger I can stay, more tissue I retain. It's as simple as that, guys. Fat loss is driven by your calorie deficit, not your training. Do not rush your sets. Don't do any wasted volume. Stay strong, stay big. Write it down. Perfect. One huge mistake I see people making on contest prep is trying to use the training as a means for fat loss. If you are doing extra training volume within your sessions, for most of you, you will lose muscle. There is some people that can get away with it, others, mere mortals, cannot. Your training is there to simply hold your muscle tissue. So your training volume has to be appropriate. What I mean by that is your training volume has to match your recovery capability at that given time. If you're doing extra training volume and you're losing strength, you will lose muscle. What built the muscle tissue makes it stay there. Drive your calorie deficit through your diet and expenditure, not your training. Protect your training performance. And remember, guys, the goal is not just to drop weight. The goal is getting peeled whilst retaining as much muscle as we physically can. In order to do that, you have to protect your training performance, and you have to be smart with how you drive your deficit. Training is not a great tool for driving a deficit. Write that down, stay big, nail your fucking prep, don't make silly mistakes. it feels good, I'm gonna work, yeah? If it feels good, I'm gonna work. Maybe. As I said, guys, earlier, no wasted sets, no wasted reps. I definitely didn't feel like I needed a warm-up set here, so straight to the working set. Exercise number 4, foam roller cable fly. The reason why I have a foam roller behind my back is just access to more range of motion. If I can wrap my shoulder blades around the foam roller, I can open up more. I can actually get a little bit more abduction of the upper arm. In simple terms, guys, my upper arm can come out to the side a little bit more, opening my pecs up a little bit deeper, getting into a deeper stretch, giving me more range of motion. It's as simple as that, guys. It simply makes a great exercise even better. And that is something I have learned from Joe Bennett. So credit to Joe for showing us how it's done with the foam roller cable flies. Certainly one of my favorite variations of a cable fly. And to be honest, your chest can never be big enough. So if you can tweak an exercise to make it better and give you more bang for your buck, you should definitely consider it. Ouch. Rest of the session, I almost hogged this machine because exercise number 4, 5 and 6 are on the same piece. So it makes it more efficient for me, but definitely not the best if someone wants to use the machine whilst I'm on it. But if someone's doing the same exercise, I always let them jump in. Anyway, guys, exercise number 5, lying cuff cable lateral. I much prefer doing lateral variations on cables. Much better resistance profile, and it's much friendlier on the joint in my opinion, and a little bit of variety as well, switching between machines and cables, especially having the ability to use cables and the machines that have adjustment resistance profile gives you the ability to match the strength curve of the muscle by adjusting resistance of the exercise. So this will be, again, a movement that's pretty heavy in the stretch, and it does drop off a little bit as you abduct your arm out to the side, which is much better in comparison to a dumbbell lateral raise, for example, which is extremely heavy in the shortened range, which at this point in the session wouldn't really give me much bang for my buck. Whereas this exercise, absolutely fucking will. Fucking hell. Your midsection's halved.
What?
Your midsection's halved.
So, about 3 weeks.
You can't, mate. You cannot eat any dairy or gluten. You can't eat any dairy or gluten. Wow. Glutes, 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 glutes. Yeah. Crazy, crazy. Perfect. MPS max time. I've got MPS here and 3 caps of magnesium. At the moment, I am taking in 2,500 milligram of elemental magnesium per day. And my sleep has been superb at 3 weeks out. Remember guys, when it comes to magnesium intake, the only amount of magnesium that matters is your elemental magnesium intake, not the actual magnesium amount that says on the tub. Now, if I was to give you a guideline, 10 milligram of magnesium per kilogram of body weight of elemental magnesium is the minimum that you should be taking in. And then you increase the dose if you can tolerate it, and you can potentially reap more benefits with energy, recovery, and sleep. Shout out Dr. Dean for that one. Legend. Blackcurrant flavour is unreal. Love it, I love it a lot. And do you know what, when I put magnesium in it as well, it actually tastes like smoother. And I actually do put magnesium in my pre and intra. So, and my morning drink. I spread magnesium out. My morning drink with meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, in my pumpage, in my intra, in my post-workout, and with my joint in at night as well. How much weight you put on now since you've started?
85. I haven't worked out for a month, so that's the first time.
Back on it. Good man. Thank you. My bad, my bad.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you, pal. Last exercise, skull crusher, my all-time favorite tricep exercise. This has been a staple in variations of with all my arm training. And I can safely say my tricep is actually looking all right, so must be doing something right, huh? Okay, game time. Here we go, let's fucking get it, boys. Did you put it one heavy, yeah? Okay, game time, mine, thank you. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that, mate. As always, ladies and gentlemen, hanging stretch to finish session off. Amazing for shoulder health and spinal decompression. Shoulder health predominantly though. So if you want healthy shoulders, hanging stretch is your go-to. Thank me later. Okay guys, that is a wrap up. Tremendous session. I have honestly not had one single bad session in the past 2-3 years. I very much attribute this to protecting my space and energy and prioritizing my workouts. When I am in here, it's my time. I make it special. There's no distractions, there's no playing on my phone. And no matter what, my perspective has changed on process as a whole. When you realize that doing this is not only a privilege, but it's a massive luxury, your whole outlook will completely change. No matter what, no matter how I feel, no matter what, I am blessed to be able to do what I love every single day. I have my health, I'm able to do what I've been so passionate about since I was a kid. This really does allow me to come in the gym and have an amazing experience every single time. And lifts are definitely reflected in that. Logbooks reflect in that. The satisfaction I get from each session certainly reflects that as well. Food for thought for you guys. Guys, please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. All things coaching, consultations, training plans, Team MK coaching, links are down below. Anything from JP, code Kuba 10. Code Kuba Hard Body. You know the drill, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and take care for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. More content coming your way. Triceps 2025. It's fucking on. Let's get it.